Joined by Canterbury head coach Scott Kreiger. Well, you've had a couple of days to digest what's happened over the past couple of days. You won another semi-state and you're on to state. Is it kind of hard to believe?
It really is. I don't think we're really going to fully appreciate everything that we've done this year and the past 2 years until at some point it's really, really over. And we can look back and see all the great experiences that we've had. But this year it's been been a terrific run, and I've got such a good group of kids to work with. And we're excited about playing in Fort Wayne and looking forward to the opportunity to win another one.
At the same token, excited to play in Fort Wayne. Is there any at all inclination from the players? It kind of loses its luster that you're not going to Indy.
Well, yes and no. A couple of the kids have mentioned that this just seems to be a normal thing anymore, and it's just so not normal. There are a lot of kids and coaches who would love to have this opportunity, and I don't think our kids take it for granted. But when you have done it twice and you're headed for a third one, it does not have that same sort of new car feel to it, But at the same time, our kids are still excited and they understand what's at stake. And so, playing in Fort Wayne is a neat experience, different than playing in Indy. And I think as much as anything, the kids are excited. They're going to have even that much more support on Saturday morning.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you're not losing maybe some fans who have to drive 2 hours to see the game. They have to drive 10 minutes across the way. So maybe all in all, it is a good thing.
Right. I came down to the athletic office hallway this afternoon, and there were people waiting outside the office to buy tickets, and I can never remember that that's the case. And maybe it has been, but there just seems to be a lot more energy here around school and with our school community in general to be there and be part of it. And, obviously, because it's here in town, that makes it convenient for everyone.
And so you're playing in a familiar setting, sort of, and you're playing a familiar foe. Does this make game preparation a little easier?
Yeah, I think it does. And to be honest, our game preparation all year long has been easier because of our experience. I hate to admit it, but I haven't done a lot of coaching this year. This team, they know what needs to be done. They know how we want to do it. The seniors have taken great leadership roles, and the juniors have followed suit and begun to fill in some of the gaps that will need to be filled in for future years. But they don't usually look to the bench much. The things we talk about pregame are very simple. Our game preparation is not nearly as complicated as it used to be, simply because so many things are just understood. We don't have to go through every little detail anymore because it's become part of the fabric of what we do.
So is this pretty close to a rematch from last year's game?
Well, I think it's as close as it's going to be. Last year they were number one, and coming in with essentially the same team. This year they've added a girl who was injured last year, the Meeks girl, who's their point guard. And so she adds, obviously, a new twist to what they're going to be able to do. At the same time, some of their kids now have taken a little lesser role in how the game's being played. And last year they gave us a great game. That was a terrific game in the state finals. Our kids, a lot of the same faces, a lot of the same philosophies, and so there's not going to be a lot that's different. It's just two really good teams who are going to go at it and see what happens on Saturday.
Maybe just this time, maybe not go to overtime to get the deciding factor there?
We'll go as far as we have to go as long as we end up on top. But, the overtime game is exciting throughout. But if it comes to play that we don't have to go more than 32 minutes to win, that'll be okay too.